Hi. Uh, there you are. Here I am. Um, I want to say thank you for all the times you put me up and put up with me. And mostly I want to say that thank you for putting me up and putting up with me. Those 3 times were uh, foundational in my life. I often refer back to them. So I wanted to say that first. Second, you asked me if I moved, you suppose, because of my health. I suppose I did. Um, I've had a hard time getting around for quite a long time, but I've got around and came to an abrupt end. It just, looking backwards, it happened really quick. Although living it seemed to take a long time. I think when I was backing up on my walker, with my walker, and that's about the only way I can get around is with the walker and backwards. um, and I noticed one ankle was kind of twisting underneath itself, and that did not bode well for the future. And at the same time, I was thinking of moving into this manor that I'm in now. It's really just an apartment building, but they feed me twice a day, and they feed me really well. Really, really well. I'll probably die here from blowing up. Too much food. And I was thinking of coming here and not coming here, and this struggle went on for years and years and years. And finally, I thought, well, maybe it's time. This ankle, this does not look good. And I basically sold my house and moved, and sold my car too, all within seemingly days of each other. Pretty close to that. And then I moved here, and then it was done. I just moved 9 minutes away, 14 minutes away from where I used to live. But it's different here. It's warmer and it's more open. More open. I can show you some mountains around. Let me just turn this camera around. There's a mountain that's fairly close, and then the other ones are kind of further away. I'm not sure what you can see here. But it's kind of a little bit of the landscape beyond. The mountains are 2/3 further away here. In Greenwood, you're more in the shadow of them all the time. And that was kind of a special feeling, really. Anyway, this is where I am now. It happened really quick. In fact, I phoned this manor. It only has 18 suites in it, so it's not like it's a huge 18-suite apartment building, really. I can show you that too. There. And that one there, if you can hear me, is the white door right there. There's the main door into the place there. There's the white door, and then there's another white door, and in between them is the door into my place. And I can access the outside world from it. So I don't ever have to go into the manor, really. I just got a little place tucked away in there. It's kind of nice. Okay. Um, how I moved was I phoned this manor and I knew the person that was running it and said, I don't think I want to go in there really. I don't think so. I have to pay $1,200 a month, and before I was paying $1,200 a year in my house, and that one's a bit cheaper, I think. But they said not to worry. The church family would help me move, and I should phone my daughter. Phone my daughter? I just phoned my daughter 2 hours before that. And we talked some more, and she said, go by, but phone your daughter. So I phoned my daughter, but it was the same thing. I didn't really want to move, and I told her that, and on and on. And my daughter said, I'm going to phone you tonight anyway, so I'll call you tonight, which she did. We had a nice conversation. She's 38, I guess. Yeah, she's 38 now. And my son is 35, I suppose. Something like that. And he's living in Germany, and has for some time. But that's a different story. So I talked to my daughter that night, and suddenly I just blurted this out. I didn't think about doing this beforehand. I didn't talk to her about it ever. I just suddenly blurted out. I could sell you my house for $1. To which she immediately replied, okay. I think she saw a deal there. And so I sold my house to my daughter for $1. And she lives about 6 hours west of here, almost in Vancouver, but not quite. And she decided that she was not going to live in it, she was not going to sell it, she was going to rent it out as a bed and breakfast, which I thought was not a good idea, but she's a big girl now, and if that's what she wants to do, fine. And we said good evening, goodbye for the night, and then I realized I don't have to move all my stuff, which was a big problem. I didn't want to move. I just didn't want to move and pack. It all seemed so impossible. But 3 people came along at different times and helped me pack, and that went really well. And I didn't have to move any furniture because she's going to rent it out as a bed and breakfast. Then it's going to need furniture, and the furniture's already here, so I don't have to move anything. So that really eased me a lot, because it weighed heavy on me, the moving part. I didn't like that idea at all. And the next morning, I got a phone call from someone who said, I heard you're selling your house, I'll buy it. And I hadn't advertised to anybody that I was selling it, and here someone else wanted to buy it, and I said, well, that's kind of awkward because I just gave it away for $1. And they said right away, well, we'll rent it then. And suddenly my daughter had a renter for 3 years. They want it for 3 years. So there's a series of events that just happened, bang, bang, and I sold my car also within a few days of that. And then on the 18th of August, at 8:11 in the morning, the church people showed up, and a couple of others, and they had me on the street, all my stuff. I ended up taking all my furniture anyway. All my furniture, all my stuff, everything was on the street and rolling away at 9:15. They emptied my house in 64 minutes. So that's how it all happened, really, really fast. And here I am. And I got an email from you, which is a giant surprise. My sister Barb was really happy to hear that, and I'm happy too. Um, and I'm answering you because you said you suppose I'm moving because of my health. Tell us more if you want to. So I just told you more. And I will I'm making it. I will put this on YouTube and I will send you the link. And then that will be like a letter. But it's just easier to speak it out. And it's more personal than, not just more personal, but it's a lot easier than writing is because my hand doesn't work. I only have one hand that works. And it's not my writing hand. And I have one leg that kind of works. And lots of other things don't work. um, but here I am, and there you are, and I don't know how you are, except you're probably still inquisitive, wondering how things happen and how they came to happen, and probably with some humor, looking at the whole situation. Um, and do you still drink coffee? Um, and other important questions I ask. I suppose you're older. Um, your children must be ancient, and I'm trusting you're in relatively good health, and as much as an old car can be in good shape. Well, feel free to write if you ever want to or something. Um, I'm I like telling stories on YouTube. I just find it easy and somewhat very relaxed actually. Um, so I'll just send this as an answer to your letter and say that I love you and thank you for writing back. And I'm glad you're still there. And perhaps I told you, but when I was sometimes curious of how you were doing, I would travel down, what was it called, Joseph Israeli Strat? And I would just go by your house on Google Maps. And one day I went by and thought, wait a minute, that's not the right furniture in there. And I did a little blow up, and I got in closer and thought, nah, they don't live there anymore. Oh no, my world has changed. I have to go find them. I'm glad we contacted. And there you go for now. Love you. Bye bye.